coming soon. Until then, enjoy the vibes.
My baby, your body's on fire. Hey, body's on fire. Just enough. My baby, your body's on fire. Hey, body's on fire. My baby, your body's on fire. Yeah. This one I can do with the ja. Me, I no get time at the ja. Dada cover my face, calling me la ja. Biggie man, we know the where I money, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. We can get ride the wind, and make it die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. We can get ride the wind, and no fit die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must commend it.
I can't come and kill myself.
Anything when I did do, what they try to they do on my way.
I can't come and kill myself.
Plenty survive we face. Just to make sure money day. All my people that go say I know one buy, I know one die, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want jump life, I want buy me food, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me money come, what's it come? Chewbacca, all the penny, they get it, ride the money, and the feet, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all the penny, they get it, ride the money, and no feet. Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows I'm juggling, flow like the ocean, my boat I'm paddling. Tradition up Ella, that's my bro, my family, goes in chains. When it comes to money, I take concentrate. Like I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become mission, I be head of state. But my people then go say, I know one fight, I know one time, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want jump life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, my nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. They can get ride the money, and the kids die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. They can get ride the money, and the kids die for nothing. Oluwa Bana,
All right, good evening. Let me go ahead and speak to everybody in the chat, and then I'm going to get going. This live is not going to be very long, and I doubt seriously that we staying up for sure. Okay, so we got Jill's Comfort Zone. Jill had a very nice live today, guys. If you guys didn't check it out, go back for the replay. Wild Seed, hey boo. Michelle's daughter, so good to see you. Joyce Goodwin, good evening. Lorraine, good evening. Creole Butterfly, so good to see you. Let me see. I don't know, how is the weather where you guys are at? It is so like dark and rainy and disgusting outside and cold. Winter, good evening. Christopher W, good evening. Jay Parrish, good evening. Zahara, good evening. It's good to see you. Laurie, hey boo. Where else are we at? Scope Games. I try to find, you know what, I need to click and subscribe to your channel from over here, because when I try to type it in, I don't know why it doesn't come up in the search bar. But I'm gonna have to click it from over here. Azure TV, make sure you're checking them out. They be having all the entertainment videos and things of that nature. Catherine Powell, good evening. It's so good to see you. Rob S., good evening. I think I made it all the way down. Oh, Alexis, hey. MB, hey. I see people saying hi to Dr. LaShonda, but I don't see her. She must be down some more. Or either she's back at the top. I don't know. But Dr. LaShonda, good evening. If you're in here, I just can't see you yet. So let me tell y'all what happened. So I wanted to talk to Indigo, and I wanted to do it yesterday, but then, child, I was so tired. And then today, and hey, Nicole, it's just been one thing after the other. So, oh, I see you. Okay, I see you now. Hey, sis. When I did cupcakes and cocktails, right? So I gave away 2 of the eyeshadow palettes, but I had told Heidi, I said, make sure you don't sell those. Don't get rid of those. Hold those 2 palettes for me, because I'm going to have a contest and I'm going to give those away. I said, so I'm going to have the winners reach out to you, and then you can mail it off to them. In all fairness, Heidi had a lot of people, because remember, we bought out everything that she had, remember? So she ended up being sold out, okay? So as she was getting stuff ready and she was shipping stuff, I think she remembered back to what I said about the 2 palettes and to not get rid of them. And what happened is she mailed me the 2 palettes, okay? Now, the problem with that is this. But I'm going to tell you why it kind of isn't a problem. Because I had another one of my supporters. I don't know if they want me to say who they are or anything like that, so I'm not going to say anything. They bought an extra palette. They bought an extra palette in order for it to be a part of my giveaway. And I didn't know that. I thought that they were buying the palette for themselves, right? So that means that Heidi still has another palette that belongs to me. So I had told Heidi that there was an issue, but she was out shopping with her family and stuff. This was, I believe, Saturday when I had saw her. So I was like, I'll give her some time and I'll reach out to her, because what I would like for her to do is to take that palette that she has left for me, and I would like for her to mail that one out to Indigo, right? And that's because I don't want to put myself in a position. I don't want anyone giving me their personal information. You get what I'm saying? Unless they have a P.O. box, because I don't want later on, I'm not saying the Indigo would, I just don't want later on I'm being accused of something, or I'm one of 10 potential people that it could have been. So that's what's going on. I didn't even know that Heidi mailed me the 2 palettes until she told me. She was like, they're at your P.O. box. So I just haven't even went to the P.O. box. So out of the palettes that she mailed me, one of them I could send to my chat boss, because I already have her address, have had that for some years, and it's not an issue. But I just wanted Indigo to know why there was a holdup, and that I wanted to apologize. Also, we got the palettes on sale, right? So I wanted to find out from her, does she still want the palette, or does she want me to go ahead and just pay her the money that the palette costs? You get what I'm saying? I'd rather give her that choice rather than for me to be like, because at this point, maybe she doesn't want the palette anymore. Maybe she still wants the palette. So if she still wants it, that's not a problem. It's just a matter of me communicating with Heidi and all of that, and then Indigo giving her information to Heidi for her to mail it out. If not, and let's say Indigo drops down right now and she's like, girl, I'm just tired of waiting, then I'm going to cash app you what was paid for the palette. if that makes sense. Okay. Ricky Time, you're asking me where I'm from. I look familiar to you. Where are you from, Ricky Time? Where are you from? Hey, Truth and Reasoning. Hey, L Blue. So yeah, that's what happened with that. So I think it was just a miscommunication because there was so much that was going on. You're from New Jersey. Well, I can assure you that I don't think we know each other at all. Mm-mm. But you're more than welcome to hang out if you like. But yeah, so I just need Indigo to let me know. So I'll leave this up. Yeah, it's just so complicated. It really is complicated. I mean, it's not that complicated, but if I'll just find out what she wants to do. You know what, L Blue? I saw her on, where was it? I saw her. I think she posted like a short or something. I think she's been on TikTok. I don't think she's been on YouTube. I think she may have relocated or something. I don't want to swear on it. Yeah, I don't want to swear on it. But and at the same time too, like with these palettes, Heidi really did us a solid because what we paid for the palettes, it cost her more than that to ship it. You get what I'm saying? But Michelle's daughter, I'll let you know exactly what's going on. Christopher W, that's the weather right now. The weather is so crappy. The weather is a hot mess. And so also too, I want to thank everyone for the cash apps. I'm not going to act like I received a whole bunch, but I did receive, I think it was like two cash apps. And then the one that Jay Wilson gave me from the Christmas tree competition. And I really had a good time doing that. It was fun for me, honestly. We had like a piece of paper that we were doing the judging the scores and stuff on. So I was kind of like adding up my stuff. So when it was done, I was able to just go ahead and send my scores in to Vivian and I was done. You know what I mean? So I had a good time. Hey, Where Me? I had a good time. I enjoyed myself. I think it's something he should keep up with, maybe like yearly around Christmas because it was different. Hey, Simone. I'm almost for certain that I won't be doing any more contests on my own. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want me to do trivia again, but to be honest, it's like, it's not cheap to do. And I don't want to ask for pots because when people give you money, this is the thing. I don't care if people donate $1. They think they have the right to tell you what to do with that money. And most of the times, the people who complain the most, they have not donated not even one single penny. And they have the most to say about what's fair and what's unfair. And when you're spending your own money, it's like this. You're paying the cost to be the boss and can't nobody tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the next time that I do trivia, it will be, hey, Indigo, it will be for members only. So that's going to be the next trivia that I do. Girl, listen, it could be 10 cents and they still going to talk smack. So Indigo, I'm going to repeat it right quick. I'm going to tell you what happened. We can do it. Simone, I'm low key. I'm kind of tired of that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do it. And if I'm able to go in my pocket and give away $5, then it just be $5. If it be 25, it'd be 25. But I just don't. I'm just kind of like, oh shit, Matt check. Oh shit. Got good little right here. Yeah, I'm kind of over that. You know, like as content creators, I think it has to reach a point where when we see something is becoming a problem, we have a choice to either continue to deal with it and deal with the backlash that comes along with it, or either you switch up what you do. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I would rather switch up what I do. And I think that even with these contests, I think most of the drama is behind money. If money wasn't behind it, half these people wouldn't be mad. It wouldn't be so much fighting and confusion after the case. You know what I'm saying? Of whether somebody's in the first place, second place, third place, or whatever. So I think money has really gotten in the way of people, to the point now where if people are not getting money, or if they're not earning money, if they're not getting something in return, they don't even want to play. You get what I'm saying? So it's just certain things that I just want to change for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told y'all before, I don't have time to be on here screaming and hollering at the top of my lungs. I don't have time to be doing things that I have to constantly repent for or whatever like that. Like, I don't have time for it. I just would rather not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It comes down to jealousy. And then I even had some messages that I received after cupcakes and trivia. And that was even with me not even doing a pot. Hey, all the smoke. So, just I'll let you guys know like when that's gonna be, when we're gonna play it or whatever like that. But it'll definitely be for members. I wish there was a way that YouTube had the settings where you could put it for like moderators as well, but they don't have that. It's kind of like either subscribers only, members only, or whatever. So I'm gonna have to work out and see what's best for that. And then I have people who are on my Patreon. Some of those people on Patreon are not members, but they're Patreons, So it's just a matter of it's hold up, 2 people want a pallet. No one gave a cash app for a pallet. You had to compete in the competition. Yeah, I paid for one myself because I just wanted to support her business. I think her eyeshadow palette is the bomb. Like, it is so pigmented. I just love it. And I'm no makeup artist, but I like to, play in my makeup from time to time, But I also try not to put like makeup on too often, because when you see a lot of women, like, no shade, with bad skin, a lot of times it's because they're putting makeup on their face every single day. And then a lot of them are not washing their face properly. They're taking makeup wipes and just wiping their face with that. They're just not doing what they need to do. And you don't have to spend like $60 or $100 for a face cleaning regimen. It's really just about keeping your skin clean, also being hydrated. Water is important as well. So, and if you can't afford any of that, let me tell you something. Go out and buy some baking soda. If you have acne, which if you're an adult, you really shouldn't have it, but if you have it, use baking soda, rub it in a circular motion, and use that to clean your face. Another thing that works really, really good is tea tree oil. I use tea tree oil in everything. I use it in my hair because my hair is, I have like really dry scalp. So even if my hair is like really oily, sometimes it still feels like so itchy and dry or whatever. So tea tree is just good for everything. No matter if you want to bathe in it, soak your feet in it, clean your face in it, brush your teeth with it. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do with tea tree oil. Hey, Vibrant. Oh God, let me tell y'all something about Offset and Cardi B, because that's something else I want to talk about too. But Indigo, what I was saying is that there was a miscommunication with Heidi, and Heidi mailed me the palettes, but I still have a palette that she owes me that one of my subscribers purchased for me. So I want her to give you that palette. So I'm going to call her and reach out to her today, because I don't want to take anyone's address. Like, if I already don't have your information, I don't want anybody's information. It's just certain things that I'm moving away from. And that's just that on that. But Cardi B and Offset, right? So Offset's sister had got mad with Cardi B, saying that Offset is a rich man and she should basically accept that when a man is wealthy and a man is rich, that he's not going to be faithful to one woman. And I think that's just bullshit. At the end of the day, I feel like Cardi B is deserving to have a husband who is faithful to her. Because at the end of the day, let's be clear, she's rich too. So does that mean she can go out and have 100 men or run through men every other day? And I hate when people say men, women can't do what men can do. Well, they can if they want to. There was a video that Jobs had put out today, and it was Offset apologizing to Cardi B, but that video is very old. That video is from like 2018. The last I checked, he was out chilling with one of his baby mamas or one of his exes or whatever, but I think that a lot of these celebrities, regardless of the fact that they're rich and successful, a lot of them have low self-esteem. Okay, let's call a thing a thing. You have it's a particular man that she picked, and it's also a lot of times women, they don't want the good guy. And you know why women don't want the good guys? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, the bad niggas is good in bed. Okay, so sometimes that's why women don't want the good guys. And I'm not saying that the good guy can't be good in bed too, but I'm just saying the bad guys, most of them, they really put it down. So, and she always be bragging about the hook to the side and how big it is and all this other stuff, which is another mistake. As a woman, married or not, you should never be out here bragging about the person that you're sleeping with and how good the sex is or how good the peen is, because if you brag about it, other people gonna want to try it out too. You get what I'm saying? But even if he was terrible in bed, he would still have women running after him just because his money is long. You know what I'm saying? So even if that peen wasn't long, they still would want to get some. But on top of it, he's successful, he has clout, he has money, and according to his wife, he hung like a horse and it got a hook to it. So why wouldn't these other women be trying to get some too? Some women don't mind not being the wife. They don't want to, per se, and I'm not even saying that Cardi B does these things, but we do know she cooks. We know that she's hands-on with her children or whatever, but some women, they don't even want the responsibility of cooking and washing clothes. They don't want the responsibility of the things that comes along with being somebody's wife. Some women are content just having a man, come and break them off, or they like the thrill of the chase, but they don't like the catch. You know what I'm saying? Because the chase is fun. It keeps things exciting and all that other stuff. So some people they're not really pressed to be like held down, tied down, or whatever. Some people are by nature loving people or lovers, and they want to be married and they want to have the children in the home and all that other stuff. Every woman doesn't want that. What's up, Derek? Every woman doesn't want that. What's up, Star? So I think it's just bad, all in all, for a woman to be out here, even if you're talking about it in songs, but I've heard her talk about it like in IGs and stuff or whatever. And then she says stuff like, that's her best friend or whatever. And I would beg to differ, because I think when you're friends with somebody, I think when someone is your best friend, to me, I think that's sometimes can be stronger than a marriage, right? But if the person is your husband and he's supposed to be your best friend on top of it, He should never ever be out here trying to do anything. Number one, to hurt you. Two, to have you out here looking like a goddamn fool, because that's how she's looking right now. She's looking like a fool because, you know, she's out here catching cases. One of the mistakes that she makes is she goes after the women who want to sleep with her man or whatever. That's another mistake that women make. You need not to try to attack the woman, because the woman didn't stand before God and make any vows. Your husband is the one that owes you that. Them women don't owe you anything. And to be honest, if we want to keep it real, listen, we done all been there and done that at some point in time. We can act like we haven't, okay? We can act like we haven't messed with somebody else's man, but we done all did it, whether knowingly or unknowingly, but sometimes knowingly, because it may be where you were in a place in your life at that moment where you might have just came out of a relationship. Maybe you didn't want to be hurt again. So maybe you rather just do what you do because you're trying to protect your heart and your feelings or whatever. So I think, I think she took the BBL out. I think that's like a topic that I would like to talk about, like further in detail, like with some women on a panel. And to really just get and dig into relationships, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm gonna say this: people talk about all the surgeries and stuff that Cardi B has, right? They talk about how she don't look like herself no more. She looks like Nicki Minaj. She this, that, everything, whatever. But how many times have y'all heard people come and drag Cardi B and talk about how ugly Cardi B is, how unattractive Cardi B is? How many times have we heard people say the most horrific things about, come on, Tamar Braxton? She had a big fat nigga named fucking Vince, okay? I don't care how much money Vince got. Vince could never get in between my legs, okay? But even he didn't know how to act right. You know what I'm saying? But you ask yourself, why would a person like her with the clout, with the money, why would she be with a nigga like Vince? Because you got some niggas, some big boys, but they still attractive. Vince wasn't even no big boy that was like fine. He was just like, really? But look how many people sit there and call Tamar a Muppet baby. Talk about her like a dog. They would praise Toni Braxton, how beautiful she is and all this other stuff. But Tamar's so ugly and all this other stuff. But then these women, they go out here and they get all of these surgeries done. Mariah Carey, you know, oh, why is Nick Cannon with her? Let me tell you something. People, they sit down and they praise Beyonce. But look who the hell Beyonce is laid up with. What's up, Third? Look who Beyonce is laid up with, Jay-Z. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Let me say this a little bit lower so I don't get in trouble. Hold on. One time I fucked with this nigga that looked like Jay-Z a little bit. But that was back in the day. And so I'm just saying, but I ain't Beyonce, you know? And so you think about it. Why would a person like Beyonce that people are like bowing down to, treating her like she God? Like, what the fuck would she be doing with a nigga like Jay-Z? Because her self-esteem is low. That's why she out here making them Lemonade songs and shit, and he out here cheating and doing all this other stuff when some men in this world will give their life to be with a Beyonce. That's what I'm saying, Eve. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Even Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So she had to come out here and talk about ring the alarm because she was going fucking crazy her own goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll agree with that. Tamar does have a very nasty disposition. But, okay, here's another example. This is a prime example. Let me give y'all a prime example. Sierra. To me, Sierra is beautiful, naturally gorgeous. She has the clout. Her money wasn't all that great before she got with Russell, but you know, she was surviving. She wasn't poor. But look how Future did her dogged her out. And I think she stuck in it for as long as she did, because a lot of times, especially when you put your relationship out in the forefront in front of everybody, you try to hold on to those relationships because you don't want it to fail. You don't want anyone to be laughing or saying, oh, you can't keep a man, you keep running through men or whatever. But I think sometimes you also have to judge that man. And if you see a man and he got a whole bunch of baby mamas, it couldn't have been all the baby mothers. You get what I'm saying? It's something about him too, you know. But I know that some women think that they're exempt because they feel like they have something more to offer, or I'm not like them. But you see, when she got with Future, which if you view Future, to me, I don't know Future. I ain't never slept with Future. And maybe I'm giving y'all too much today, but it's Sunday, so we're just gonna be honest today. Future gives me the vibes of Future got some good dick. Okay. Even before he made money, he was having kids out. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was selling drugs and doing whatever else. So he's always had women, just easily had women. So maybe Sierra looked at it like, well, I'm not like them. I'm not the average one of his baby mothers. I have my own. But look what he did. He still dogged her out. So when she moved on with Russell Wilson, I don't think she per se moved on with him because she was so much in love with him. I think she was embarrassed. I think she wanted to prove that, hey, I can have somebody. I'm capable. I'm deserving. That's why she had Russell pushing that stroller around town and all that other stuff. Had Russell babysitting and calling. Lil Future was calling Russell Papa and all this other kind of stuff. So we look at all of these women. They're all gorgeous, successful, and they have money. And guess what? Every last one of them have low self-esteem, but they're making music and they're all talking about how great their coochie is and how great they are, how good they look, but they don't believe it. I think they saying half this stuff in songs because they're trying to convince themselves. They don't believe it. Oh, I can drop the link for you, sis, because I really wasn't going to hang out a long time. I just wanted to let Indigo know what was going on and if she wanted me to pay her for the palette or if she wanted to just wait on Heidi to send that last one. And I thought to myself that I should have had called her afterwards, but I figured since I had told her like what it was or whatever, but I think it was just a misunderstanding because you know but you do have to really love yourself, you know what I mean? um Yes, it's called being human. And I'm not knocking them for having insecurities. A lot of those insecurities, they start from childhood. I don't think anybody's birth with low self-esteem. You know what I mean? Nobody's birth with low self-esteem. Hey sis, you on mute.
Happy Sunday, sis. I'm glad to see you doing better. I was kind of worried about you with your tooth.
Yeah, I'll tell you more behind the scene with this
Okay.
medicine and all that other stuff. But yeah, it's
I'm just
been
glad to hear you
something.
doing better. And I want to say everybody looked so good on Pastor's panel the other day. He had a nice looking panel up there.
Oh,
Also,
thank you.
I wanted to say this. With Sierra, the part that makes me mad was now that she has a good husband and got a better man, it's black women that sit there and disrespect and dog her and talk about her. It's like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Now, I don't know if a lot of people know I work in a factory, and people have always said this. Like when I was younger and I first started, I got in when I was 18, when I was in college. My dad, he was there and he kept telling me, and my brother worked there. My dad be like, I really don't want you working here at Chrysler. The men be trying to hit on the young girls and this, that, and the other. My dad had my mind set up when I went there from day one, go in there and make this good money, do your job and go home. But do you know it is so many women that's content with being plant wives? So you got a man, it's working inside of a factory in one of the auto companies. You got actual women who are the plant wives, And then you had a man who go home to his actual family. And you would not believe how many women are so content on being a plant wife. I thought that was a myth. I thought it was a joke. And being there, I've been there 20 some plus years. And I know some women who has never married the man, and he treat that woman like that's his wife. But when he let you know clearly he got a wife at home. And it is so sad to me that we
I
as
believe
women, we
it.
accept so much. We don't accept enough of ourselves. So I never ever had that image. My parents were married for 53 years until my father died. So I always saw a positive black family. But my thing was, I never had low enough self esteem where I accepted that. So I thank God for that, and that I had enough sense to go in there and look at it like this is my money and this is my job. And I don't never ever want to make mess with nobody that I work with, because I have seen. Last year we had an incident. I'm gonna tell this incident. I have a Chrysler 300. Last year, everyone who had a Chrysler 300 came out to the parking. Who had a black Chrysler 300 came out, and their windows were busted. You want to know why the window was busted? Because
Um,
one of the men in there was messing with a woman from the plant who had a black Chrysler 300. And the wife said, you know what? Well, hell, if I can't get her, I'm going to get everybody in this parking lot. Thank God my car is gold. My friend got a black one. She said, my window is busted. Is your window busted? I said, no. And they end up catching her on camera and everything. He had to pay. She had to go to court. She had to pay for damages and everything. But it was just like, what would push her so bad to go bust every?
but
She
why
had to
would she
have
do
done
it to
damage.
everybody else when them other people ain't had nothing to do with it?
I, I don't know, Shelly. She said if she couldn't find the exact car. She didn't have a license plate number. Anyone who had the car matching that description, girl, got
Oh,
their
because
window
she didn't know
busted.
which one it was.
Right.
Oh,
Yep.
I
Hmm.
still wouldn't do no shit like that.
I know, isn't that crazy? But these are some of the examples. When you work in a plant, you see everything. And I literally see men who get paid on Friday. They come in. It's this older man named Elmo. He used to be in love with me. He'd be like, I'll give you whatever you want. I said, well, can you take care of me, my husband, my 3 kids, and my stepdaughter and fish? And he was like, well, nah. I said, well, I'm going to need half of your check every week for you to be my man. He said, well, I can't give you half. I said, well, you can't be my man then. You got
Wow.
you got to go in there with that type of attitude. You got to go in there the same way they slick talk you. You got to know how. But a lot of times you have these young girls come in there, ain't never had nothing in their life, and they come in there for the first time making a little decent money, and you got these nasty men hitting on them. We had a girl who came from Flint, Michigan, and her mama told
Thank
her,
you, baby.
come in there. She was a pretty young girl too, and told her to come in there, girl, and get them men to do whatever you can for them. She thought because she was cute, she had them buying pizza, she had them doing all this other stuff, and in the end, girl, she ended up getting her cute ass fired because listening to her mama. No, I told her, baby girl, you should have came in here and did your job. I kept telling you, come in here and do your job, and then find you somebody outside the plant. These men ain't no good that work in here. My granddaddy wasn't worth 2 cents that worked in the plant. And I'm giving him
Yeah.
credit by saying 2 cents. I want to say one.
Hey, Miss Parker. And you know what? Listen, I feel the same way with these internet relationships. I am totally against them. Um, I think when they're good, it could be good, but it's no different than the internet friendships. When they're good. And when they go bad, they go bad, bad. But the difference is, I feel like if you're a content creator, that's your job. And then if you mess around with another content creator, that's their job. So to me, I look at it like what they say, like, don't shit where you work. And I just think that when those relationships goes bad, when people get hurt, they'll do anything. You get what I'm saying? So then they start putting out all kind of information, telling all kind of um, private, intimate details and stuff like that, which any grown person really shouldn't do that, like kissing and telling or whatever. But what this right here and what I've seen, at least on YouTube, people are willing to even sleep with somebody just to gain clout or clicks and views. That's ridiculous. I
It's
would
funny you
never mess
said
with
that.
anybody on the internet.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm glad you said that because I did want you or Kimmy to do a panel on that. And me and Kimmy talked about this back when about doing a panel on friendships on YouTube and relationships. Because to me, I just don't understand when a relationship goes bad. Why do everything about that person that you fall out with got to come on the internet? I've never understood that. Why do you got to tell? If that's the way you do on the internet, that's how you are in real life. I could fall out with a person and nobody will never know.
Yeah.
Even when I fell out with my friend on here, even though she kind of was doing me wrong and telling my business, I never repeated anything because that's just not me as a person. When I fall out with you, I just don't got to deal with you. I ain't got to come and talk about you. I don't got to tell your business, talk about your kids, your husband. It goes too far with me. But then it makes people hesitant on wanting to deal with people on YouTube also.
Yeah, I've
That's
I've
another
learned my
thing.
lesson with that. Hey, chat rap. I've learned my lesson with that. Like anybody that I don't already know, I'm definitely not trying to get to know. You know what I mean?
You have been saying that too. You have been saying that for a
And you've been
while.
seeing me do that, right?
I have. You
Yeah.
know me, Shelly. Y'all don't know Shelly. I've been knowing Shelly for almost 10 years. And Shelly used to would break her neck and help everybody. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody always turns around and stabs in the back. And these are all the years I've known her. They always do. Now, when she fall out, she has gotten revenge on them back. But I haven't even seen her do that in the past year or so. So
I don't.
I
Yeah,
am
I don't
proud of
care
you.
to.
Yeah, you have, and people don't talk to you in the background like I do. She don't even care to even get revenge. She be like, just let them have it. And for me, that is so different to see Shelly act this way. Cause Shelly, I know the old Shelly who will be like, sis, I'm getting them. I don't care. Baby Shelly will sit out in her truck. She be ready to fight. So the Shelly that y'all see now is a totally different Shelly. So when you hear people say things about Shelly, you looking at Shelly from a couple of years ago. That's not the Shelly that's now. And I wish people would just let you live that part of your life. At some point, everybody grows up.
Well,
And,
the thing
you know,
is, the thing is this. People will complain about when people are doing stuff or they're taking it too far. But then when you're not taking it too far and you're just doing your own thing, they will keep poking and poking and provoking because really what they want you to do is they want you to act crazy because this is how the views go. You know what I'm saying? They need a punching bag. Do you know what I'm saying? They need a victim. They need a villain. They need all this other stuff. So all I can say is I know what I am going to do and I know what I'm not going to do. Um, I'm not, anybody that does whatever to me, that's on them. I leave that's between them and God. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time. I really just don't care. That's the only way I can explain it. I know some people probably don't believe that, but I just don't care. I don't.
and you
Mm-mm.
don't. And I just can only be honest for real. Shelly does not care. And I see the ghetto view in the chat. Hey girl, the ghetto view was another one, been knowing for about 10 years. She always been the peacemaker, the peaceful one, the one who tried to keep level headed, stay out of mess. It don't matter. No matter how level headed you are, you always gonna be put into something. But it's up to you to let that take you that way. And I am so proud of you because I saw something you did the other day, and we haven't had a chance to talk because I've been at work. But I do see the growth, and I do want to let you know that
I appreciate that.
you really are doing
Yeah.
the best.
I mean,
But
I'm
I
not gonna
did.
act like it's always easy because
I
med
know it's
check one,
not.
two, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? I have other things that make it more challenging. You get what I'm saying? Um, I'll never sit here and act like I don't have bipolar or anything like that. So dealing with mental health and then also trying to stay consistent and doing what you're doing. But one of the things that I found that has worked for me is just really just eliminating and just changing your environment. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that simple because half the time, like I support who supports me, put it that way. That eliminates a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Well, I remember a couple of months ago, I did not want to come on YouTube at all. I wanted to stay away from YouTube. I actually hated YouTube after what I had went through with the person I went through with it. Shelly came to me and she told me I had started coming in Shelly chat. And she was like, Simone, why you don't come in my chat? And I said, girl, after what happened, and the Ghetto View was another one who supported me. And she told me that if I need her, she there for me. And that's why I always shout her out too. And Shelly told me, look, if you come in my chat, I'm going to make sure don't nothing happens to you. And I'm not going to be for all that BS. Come in my chat. And I slowly but surely started coming back to even somewhat liking YouTube again. And that was because of Shelly. Then when Shelly disappeared, I had to call Shelly like, wait a minute. You're not about to disappear on us after you made me come back to YouTube and I come to your channel and you now don't want to do YouTube. We not doing this. If I got to come up there with you, what we need to do to get you to like YouTube. It was so funny. Shelly was like, you right, Simone. I did do that, sis. We're going to have to figure this out. She doesn't even want to do negative stories no more. She kind of want to switch to more worldly things, but you can never ever switch because you always dragged into nonsense. You can't have a challenge without it being no mess. You can't do
Yeah, that
nothing.
too.
Was it even any mess with the Christmas tree thing? I just didn't even honestly. I heard something, but
Girl.
okay. Well, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. But I'm just saying, it's just never ever nothing positive at all. You
But
can't do
hold on, but I
nothing
will say
positive.
this. I will say this, and this is no lie. I ended up I ended up with more money from being a judge for 2 hours on the Christmas tree challenge than what I got out of any of those challenges I did on my own. I
Oh,
actually
really?
lost money. You know what I'm saying? I actually spent my
Right.
own money and people gave me their ass to kiss. And that's why I think a lot of content creators don't go out of their way to do too much. And they do view this as a business and they do view everybody as a click and a view and stuff like that. Because when you try to like treat people, as humans or whatever, it just, but yeah. So, yeah, I got like, Jay Wilson sent me a cash app, he gave all the judges $25. And then I got, I think it was three cash apps. So put together, that's 4. That's more than what I got doing my own thing. So, and I mean, all I had to do was just show up. And I actually had fun doing it. And I told him, I was like, you don't have to give me anything. And the reason why I said that too is because anytime that I've ever asked him to do something for me or to come on my channel for something, oh my God, thank you, Michelle's daughter. You ain't have to do that. Anytime I've ever asked him to come on my channel and do something, like if I'm having a something like the OG panel or whatever the case, he always, he'll do it or whatever. So I feel like if a fellow content creator asks me to do something, even if they've never done anything for me, I don't mind doing it. But those who I know that I can depend on, I know that they're going to come through if I ask them to come through. Like if I say, hey, Viv, I really need you so-and-so day. If you could help out with this, I know she's going to come through and she's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, I
I'm
think
going
you
to
finally
always do what I
now.
can for her.
Yeah, I think you finally now got the people that you pretty much want to surround yourself around. And that goes for people wonder why a lot of OG content creators want to leave YouTube. Even Nika is talking about leaving. It's because it's not purposeful no more. We used to have so much fun on YouTube. We used to have the little games, the videos, we talk about worldly things. It wasn't like it is now. It has gotten to the point, I'm not gonna say dark, but it's gotten to the point of you can't have fun. Everything you say, video got to get critiqued. It's like you're not allowed to be yourself anymore. Where y'all used to be allowed to be yourself, and I think
Yeah.
that's another thing that's tearing it down too. But it's a couple. Like I like Demetra. I enjoy watching Demetra. It's people that I actually like watching also. But at the same time, no matter what, you're gonna have those few people that it's one little thing you say about them and the video gets blown up And it might not even be something that's serious, but to me, when people do that, they've been wanting to go that route anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
A
just a
lot of
matter of
people,
time.
will even reach out to you, and trust me when I tell you, they have an agenda from the moment that they reach out. That they're gonna play fake, act like they need some help, or they trying to be nice, and they are already setting everything up so they can turn. You know what I mean? That's just what they do. That's just how they do it. But for me, the one and the only reason why I'm still on this YouTube, even the little bit that I am here, is for those who genuinely support me, which is not a lot of people, but those that do, I feel like, a lot of people don't have, and I'm just being how I feel, because I know how I feel when I go certain places. Some people don't have places where they can go and someone's going to acknowledge them for being there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If they're not a member, no one's gonna speak to them. You get what I'm saying? If you're not a member, your name is not going to get highlighted. If you're not, what
Get a
would they
cash
call them?
app,
Like,
girl.
see,
You
and
gotta get a
sometimes this
cash
is why they
app.
get mad with me, because I be telling too much, right? But the truth of the matter is, people who pay to play, there's a long list of those names, right? And behind the scenes, I'm just being honest with y'all. Behind the scenes, everybody knows who those people are. Everybody, right? And that's why when one of those people, maybe they don't get their way with a content creator or whatever, you will see other content creators and they kind of want to take that person underneath their wing because they want to be the beneficiary of that money. You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
some people that constantly almost give these content creators allowance, they do it just so they can be spoken to in a chat, because they know that if they don't give that money, no one's going to acknowledge them. You have a lot of content creators who they will make sure, and I'm just being honest, they will be a member on every single content creator's channel, right? They will make sure that they cash app or super chat as much as they can, because they don't want that content creator to turn on them, right? If you are a person who you're going to pay to play, they're not going to come after you because you're benefiting them. You get what I'm saying? If you're going to be one of their so-called sponsors or whatever the case may be, or every time you do something, they're rolling the money in, no one's going to call you out and say that you're doing something wrong. That's just what it is.
No, only time they gonna turn on you is if everyone else makes the decision to turn on you. Now you know
Well,
how
well,
that
well
goes,
yes,
and you know how I know how that goes.
mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, but let me
Hmm.
tell you something. If everybody turns on you, yes, they will do it. But that's if they are not a person that pays that money, because I could name names, but I'm not going to. It's at least one person I'm thinking about right now that pretty much no content creators like. And everybody have not so-called, turned on that person because that person is sending that money through. And this is what I told somebody personally. I said, look, what you need to do is stop sending that money and see how much they support you then. You will not know how people feel about you until you stop giving all that money. You have content creators that will sit there and tell you that their videos are not monetized when damn well you know that they're monetized. I don't even
Better
go back to
you
have
better
my
tell them.
videos to like to do the review thing. I like when I was putting some videos back up, I'm like, shoot, half my videos are in the yellow. But guess what? On the 21st, Google still come through. It just means it's limited ads or maybe certain type of ads. It doesn't mean you're not going to get any, but they will swear to goodness that, the video ain't monetized and they didn't get nothing from it or all this other stuff.
Are you
But
serious, Shelly? So when a video is yellow, you still get monetized? Oh, I
yes,
gotta
you
get some
still get
done.
monetized.
Girl, I thought you didn't get monetized when it was in the yellow, so it means limited access.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm going back on mute.
The only time you don't get ads, and you still may have ads in there, but you won't get the revenue, is if it's in red. If it's in red, it's going to be for one or two reasons: either copyright with the music, or either you've spoke about something that's like adult content, or and it's not even about cussing, because I be cussing like a storm, and some of my videos still go through and they be in the green or whatever. But if you are yelling and you're acting crazy, and maybe you talking about somebody being unalived and all that other kind of stuff, if it's been flagged for adult content, or if the person uploads it and they mark it as adult content, then it automatically cannot be monetized. But there's lots of different things that content creators do. I just don't say anything because nobody else is going to say anything. Then if you say something, you're the bad person because you're stating the obvious that they're running a whole goddamn scam. But that's what it is. That's what they're doing.
I'm surprised because all these years they be like my video went automatically in the yellow, so I'm not gonna be monetized. But I did hear another content creator say that. But I don't know them. I know you, so I know you telling the truth. When you say it. Wow, I did not know that.
Creole, I tried my best to do that when I know that say I'm gonna go live and maybe I already have, I don't know, 100, 200 people in it. I may come through and be like, look, I ain't gonna say hi to every person, individually. But when I'm doing a live like this, where when I came in, I was able to speak to everybody. I'm able to, as other people come in, like, hey, all the smoke, then I can kind of interact. And I like these lives more. This is how I feel when I'm on TikTok and I'm on live. And it says I'll be over there. Girl, it be all of 5 people. Do I be having the time of my life, or do I be having the time of my life? I be having the time of my life.
She loves TikTok. She done made me sign up for TikTok. She done made me do all this stuff with TikTok. She really do love TikTok. She really does not like YouTube anymore. And I have to almost pretty much drag about her here to come on YouTube now. So that's why I had to come up today, because I said, I'm going to encourage her. And every time I'm going to encourage her, I couldn't encourage her the day I was at work. But I'm going to encourage her because I do enjoy the content. I do enjoy coming over here. We don't always talk about beef sector stuff, and we done kind of branched off from talking about women. But I enjoy the days like this when we have content about other things. And I can't wait till we have that panel on forgiveness, because Lord knows I need to be front and center at that
Yeah.
panel. So I enjoy the different content, and I do feel I love the fact that you can come over here and Kimmy's. You ain't got to get attacked in the chat. You can have a difference of opinion. Me and Shelly are friends outside of YouTube. Me and Shelly don't always agree on everything too. I can honestly say that. Shelly sometimes think I'm biased on certain things. I think she biased on certain things. We're human. But me and Shelly can agree to disagree. Like to a dog,
Yeah.
she don't get mad at me. What's mom? That's how you feel. Get an attitude with me. It ain't none of that. It's like she's like, girl, I don't know how you come up with that, but and we laugh it off and keep on talking. It's not a big deal. It's not anything. We know that we don't always agree on everything, and I think that's how it should be. When I seen some of these videos I seen, and people go off on the person that they was cool with, I'd be like, that is the most minimalist, dumbest ass reason I've ever seen to get mad at somebody you once called your friend. I've
Yeah.
never, but I've been done like that before on YouTube. So I'm limited on where I go and who I go to. And some chats I enjoy going to, and some chats, if you say boo in that chat, you're going to get 8 alive. So I enjoy coming over here. So I refuse to let Shelly leave YouTube. I told her if she only got to do a video twice a week, that is
Okay.
fine.
So let me answer these couple questions real quick. Lady 14 K Diamonds, welcome for being here. So MB, as far as watching older videos, it does help. What I always tell people, and I know this might sound cold, but sometimes people be like, oh, I came through and gave you a click a click and I liked it and went on about my business. I always tell people, if you don't got time to watch my video, I'd rather you don't even come over and click the button and go on about your business, because actually you hurt the content creator. If, like, let's say I'm live right now, right? So if you come to this live and you say that you're supporting me and you're going to come over, click like, and then leave, you actually hurt me, because how it looks to YouTube is that I can't keep your attention. It looks like you came and it was like, she ain't really giving, so I'm gone. You get what I'm saying? So really it's about watching the video in its entirety. I know that it's not always easy to support people in these videos in their entireties. And if y'all notice, and if you've been watching me for a long time, y'all notice usually when it hits around that hour mark, y'all be hearing me saying, I'm getting the hell up out of here. And I be ready to go, because the truth of the matter is nobody's sitting through 4 and 5 hour videos. I mean, I don't know who's doing that. Nobody has that type of time. Uploads definitely earn and bring in more revenue than live videos. Live videos, it will reflect as though you got more views than you really did. You know what I'm saying? When you do a regular upload, if it says 500 views, 500 times that video has been watched. But you could end a live video, and I may end this and it may say 500, but 500 people ain't came over here and watched the damn thing, right? When you watch the older videos, how I found that to be very helpful is that it starts to suggest those videos to other people. I always know when people watch my older videos, because I'll start to see those like pop up. Like if I'm on my other channel, I'll see those pop up. Some people will take their older videos, which I should probably do, and share them to their community wall, just as a, but like if you really want to support a content creator, if they have a playlist, hit that playlist and let that thing play, while you in the shower or while you at home or whatever. And so, yeah, but yeah, the algorithm commenting helps. I know that I was in another sector, and somebody said, well, why do they have so many emojis going in the chat or whatever? But to be honest, some people do that because even though it's emojis or whatever, that's still helping the algorithm because it's showing engagement. That's why if you notice a lot of videos where they'll do, like, it could be a dance video and they'll be like, tell us who did this dance the best. Was it, dancer A, B, C, D? They don't really goddamn, they ain't even gonna come back and check the comment section to see what you said. But they're saying it because they're asking a question for you to give an answer, because they want the comments, because that's a part of engagement, interaction, and it helps the algorithm. So that's what it is. I think that I'll never tell anybody to not do beef sector videos. But what I will tell you is that a lot of times by the next week, it's a new story. It's a new target. Most people don't come back to watch those videos. But when you do something that doesn't really get old, like every time something goes trending with Janet Jackson, like her divorce or with her baby, my Janet Jackson video with the most views, people view it again, so it's really better to focus on quality over quantity. And so, I'm not going to really sit here and spell out like what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it or this, that, or the other thing. It's very hard to rebrand when you have people, out for destruction. But I don't have control over what other people do, but I know I have control over what I do and what I ain't going to do. Okay. So thank you, Vibrant. Thank you so much. So, and a lot of these things here, I make a lot of these videos for my members. And I put these up on members only, little tricks and tips and stuff like that. Tag words. I don't even use that stuff no more. That's how I know I'm pretty much about finished, because I will put up videos. I don't put no tag words, hashtags, no nothing. I'm just really here. What's up, April? I just do it for those that I know actually appreciate it. And I'm not going to make YouTube out to be something that's awful, because if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't know certain people. I would never know them. We would never cross, paths, and, we don't live near each other, whatever. And I really have met some really good people on here. Not a lot of great people, but I've met some. There are some decent people on here. So I'm thankful for the good. And I'm even thankful for the bad, because I've learned something from all of them too, believe it or not. So you watching football, April? Child, that's something I've never been able to get into is football. Now, I'm going to say this too before I get ready to go, because we had an hour. And just Krista, as y'all know, I call her BBW. I just want you guys to keep her in your thoughts and prayers. I'm not going to get into what's going on, but she has some things that are going on. And I know that for the most part, everybody that's in here and in these chats right now are good people. These are people who really support for real. Because let me tell you something. When you start going through stuff, or when you change up your content, and when those people who come through, when your content is not about mess, when you look in that chat, look and see who's there when you're not talking about mess. Those are your real supporters. Those are your real supporters. If you have to be dragging somebody, you got to be talking about somebody to get a couple hundred people in the room, those people are just there because they want to laugh. They want to have a good time. And guess what? When that person goes back to drag you back, they're going to be right in that person's chat to listen. When that person drags you back or exposes you back, they're going to be right there for it. Most of these people, they don't have any loyalty to anybody. They don't. They do not care. You even have moderators that will moderate for several different people, but they'll be right in somebody else's chat while that other person is destroying this other person. But you think that that's your person? They're not. I'm just saying. So I just wanted to say that. And I don't know when I'll be back on here, but whenever I feel the need to come through, I'll come through. I'm going to reach out and see how we're going to do this, because I do want to talk about the relationship thing, because I think I'm really inspired after the Cardi B thing. And then why is it that women can't stick with women? I understand that that's Offset's sister or whatever, but that tells you what type of shit she dealing with from her man. Because why would you think that she should have to deal with cheating because her husband is rich? And to be honest, ain't nobody really checking for Offset like that. Like the Migos ain't the Migos no more. I'm just saying. Cardi B is more, in my opinion, I feel like she's more popular than Offset. So why should she have to settle? I don't think she should. I don't think she has to. So, with that being said, since you are my guest, I'd like to give you the floor. Is there anything that you would like to say in conclusion? 5, her nails, child. I don't know. She always be with them nails. So
Well, I
I'm
want
going
to thank everyone for coming out and joining Shelly on Sunday. And we're going to have to just encourage Shelly to do a little bit more. She is getting burnt out with YouTube, y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all as her friend. And I'm glad you came out Sunday. I was sitting here bored. And like April, at one time, me and April were friends. She know I watch football too, but I give up my football Sunday to come watch Shelly. So, and my Lions won yesterday too, by the way. But I want to say this. I enjoy you on Sunday. I enjoy this conversation. I think that would be a good conversation to have. And I don't think Offset's sister is married to no rich man. I don't think she's even married. Or she had her husband before she
You know damn well she probably not. As a matter of fact, thank you for saying that, because I'm gonna look her up and see what's her situation. Because first of all, I don't like when people who aren't even married have the nerve to give out advice. So I don't know if she is married, but I think she probably just saying it because maybe she's saying what she would deal with if she was in that situation. I don't know.
and I think that would be a good panel to have. You could have maybe so many married women, so many. Wait a minute, Marquise. 1 second. So many married women, so many single women, so many divorced women. That would be a good live, and that would be something we could talk about. And I just want to tell everyone have a happy Sunday, and that was pretty much it. But I look forward to that live. That's something we should schedule, and then we
Yeah.
can talk about friendships because women do always betray other women. It's just a thing. I don't care what part of life you're in, what age you're in, it happens. So that would be a good live. So
Oh, thank you, Vibrant. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be good. And I think also too, I want to have some women who are married, single, also divorced. Um, and I think a combination of that. Should we? I think I just want to talk to women instead of mixing it up with men. I think it's
I
just a
think it should be
conversation
all
with
women.
women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it should be all women, and then maybe we can get a male perspective. But men think totally different from women. Period. I think it should be a woman perspective because I want to know. I'm with you because remember I came up originally to say that I didn't understand how so many women dog Sierra now that she got the good husband, the good man. It be women dogging her. And have you seen Future video afterward that he made when he realized that she got the better life? He made her a video. He was a clown sitting there watching her life with Sierra Russell and the kids. He had actors play them in that video.
Because he felt like she was going to continue to deal with it, and put up with it. And Sierra is very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that she found a man where they're equally yoked. Um, and she has a man who loves all of her, and she deserves all of that. You know, even like Black China, she's another one. I'm glad that she finally found herself. You know what I mean? Because, and I could, as a matter of fact, when we talk about it, I'll tell y'all, because y'all know Black China's from the same area. And I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell you a couple of things about Black China and kind of how she got in the situation that she's in with the baby father and all that other stuff. So that's going to be it. And that's going to be all. I love each and every one of you guys. I truly, really mean that. And for those who really support me, you guys inspire me to continue to push on. For those who are close to me that I know like they never going to tell me like something that ain't factual, like those who are like, I really love the place you're in now. It also inspires me to be in this place. I don't even really be tempted to get all bent out of shape because, to be honest, when I was off of here, I was so happy. I was so happy, and I felt like I had finally got my life back. And I was like, I don't ever want to lose myself or my life again. Getting too caught up into many different things. But if you guys are not following me, and I usually do not promote my TikTok over here, but if you guys are not following me on TikTok, make sure that you're following me over there, because I also found out that they have a way of doing in Jill. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot. Somebody asked me this with TikTok. The ghetto view. I'm so sorry, sis. If you're still in here on TikTok, in order to go live, you have to have 1,000 followers. However, you can join somebody else on their live if you have less than that and you have your settings in order for you to do it. Mo just reached her 1,000. And what I will tell people is that if you join other people on their lives, you will grow even faster, because every time I'm on live, any of the people to come over to support me, they end up following everybody that's on the panel with me. You can also earn money at 1,000 when you can go live, and you can also earn money even when you can't. Like if you go on my live, people like if right now I was on TikTok, people would be able to basically like super chat Detroit 313. So that's the difference too with TikTok. So when I have people and they join me on my panel, I make sure I send them some gifts. It might not be much, but you know, a couple roses or whatever, because I don't want anyone sitting on a panel that I'm on and they're sitting on zero. Never. That's never going to happen. You at 9?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna drop down, but I just want to tell you that is true, because I done gained so many followers. I done gained about 20 followers in the past week just from being on your live, so that is true.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that, because I know like Mo sent me hers and she was at 1,000. I was so happy, because sometimes I just rather be on other people's where I can be the co-host, sit in the cut, because you know me, I'll go on mute, girl. I'll be washing dishes, cooking, might even go take a shower, girl. I'll be doing all kind of stuff when I be on lives. Y'all don't even know half the stuff I be doing when I be on people's lives. But Trail Butterfly, okay, you too. Love you, sis.
All right, love you more. Bye-bye.
If you're not following Creole Butterfly, if I'm not following you, make sure you comment on my most recent video there, and I'm going to follow you back. I know like Uncle Claude, he has enough. I'm waiting to do a live with him. DC Purple Diva, she's joined me on my TikTok a couple of times, but they also have this thing where you can do like a talent show or whatever. And with the talent show, TikTok does the timing for you, and it'll move every person up on the panel. It'll make them like solo layout, and it times it. And when their time is up, it moves it and goes to the next person and everything. So it's just so many different things. And I just feel like the energy is always better. And also there, when you block somebody, they're really blocked. Where with YouTube, you can block somebody, but they can still watch you. They can still know every goddamn thing that you're doing. They can still, you know, but the other side of it is most people they like to be wherever they're used to being. So if they're used to just YouTube, they don't want to leave YouTube to go anywhere else. If people are used to Instagram, they don't want to leave Instagram to go anywhere else. Now StreamYard, you can go live using Instagram. But what I noticed is you got to do a whole bunch of extra stuff in order to go live. So for me, I don't know that I would do that, because you got to do all this copying and pasting and doing all this other stuff. I noticed that today. And for right now, after an hour, the live will end on the StreamYard to Instagram. So they're working on that. Yeah, but anyway, you know, anyone is more than welcome. If you have TikTok and you have enough, you want me to go live, you want to collaborate, we can always do that, because I'm about doing things that fulfill me and make me feel good and stuff like that. So that's going to be it, guys. I'm gone for real this time. I love you guys so much. Bye.
Anybody out there who think that they can stop me, this is a message for you. My faith in God overrides my fate in your hands, no matter your power or your position. I'm God body, I'm God made, I'm God protected. And there's not a single soul out here that can actually stop that. And if you do think so, try us. Try it. We will gladly show you why you're human. Hundo.
Skin a man, but if not your body, girl, I don't mind. Cause not only you, they my mind, oh. Girl, you too fine, but like a lie, me, I know the lie, oh. Not only you, they my head, oh. Yeah, only you, in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, yeah. Me I know the lie, you're my fantasy. You're my fantasy. Only you in my head, oh. Only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause commotion in my head, oh. Me I know the lie, you're my fantasy, yeah. Inside, is this reality? Oh yeah, cause I don't wanna wake up from this dream. Them say something must kill a man, oh, nah, nah, nah. But if I your body, girl, I don't mind. Oh yeah, cause not only you in my mind, oh yeah, yeah. See you to find me, I know the liar. See now only you in my head, oh yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, oh yeah. Me I know the liar, but me I know the liar. Only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause commotion in my head, oh yeah. Me I know the liar, my fantasy. See now only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, oh. Me I know the lie, I know the lie. Only you in my head, oh yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause commotion in my head, oh. Me I know the lie, my fantasy.